Thank you very much. Welcome to the BetterHalf show. My name is Godman Akinlabi and my friends call me PG. I'm excited about today's episode because I'm popping out a question that I feel will interest you. Would you marry you? Are you the person that you're looking for is looking for? These and many other things are the things that we'll be discussing on the show today. And I don't want you to go anywhere. Please stay with me. I'll be right back. It's the BetterHalf show, and on this episode, we're asking the question, would you marry you? And on the show with me today, I have some friends of mine. Evie is an HR practitioner. I have Tolu. Tolu is an IT professional. And I have Nkechi. Nkechi is a makeup artist. And, you know, she's really looking good today. She's doing very well for herself. I also have Samuel. Samuel is an architect. They are all single. And we'll be doing justice to this topic as I have this very interesting discussion, I must say, with them today. Before they came on the show, I made them do some paperwork, you know, filling some questionnaire, asking themselves, what should I be like if I really want to be a desirable date? Some of the questions I have here. I have some character flaws I'm working on. So rate yourself on that. Is it, do you really have a character flaw? So if you have one, that means you are 5 high. During a date, I don't monopolize conversations. So I am not high maintenance, very easy to be with and all that. I always take a shower before every date. I think I'm very attractive. I read at least a book a month. That speaks to personal development. How are you doing with personal development? I think every woman should know how to keep a home. These and many other questions my guests on the show today have rated themselves with. Let me start with Nkechi. Looking at how you rated yourself, you actually rated very, very low on the high maintenance, you know, radar. Why? As in, what do you say to being easy to be with, not being high maintenance?
Thank you. I personally feel and think that every woman should be independent and should be able to cater themselves once in a while. So you can't have a relationship and then you keep calling the guy for very little things, like
anything at all.
For anything at all, like I want to fix my hair, I want to fix my nails, I want to have my makeup done. There are other things that you would ask the guy for that are really, really important. All these things are minor things. That's interesting. But Tolu, what do you think? You have this person who is very easy to be with. Won't you be bored? I mean, a lady should shake you up a bit sometimes, disturb your life, you know, make you miserable sometimes. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with you. I mean, she has to put me on my toes once in a while, at least. So, I mean, if every time I get through to her, every time we hang out, and the whole thing just get boring for me. And at the long run, I might just start avoiding her, basically.
But really, I mean, candidly, where do you draw the line with this, you know, this troublemaking person and this person who doesn't make trouble, you know, and all that? Where do you really draw the line? What is a real drain for you?
Oh, well, the real drain is when it starts affecting me, my finances. So I think I have to check back and say, okay, there's something wrong.
So you really don't mind if a lady is an emotional drain, but it doesn't drain you financially.
Financially, you need to be stable there. You know, that's very important.
By the way, is that the reason why you actually said you would never, you know, offer to pick up a lady for a date? As in, let's meet up there. Because that's a financial drain. Maybe you have to take a Uber or...
well, it depends. If I'm financially buoyant, I can offer, okay, let me pick you up. But if not, I mean, I'll say, you know, you understand the situation of the country and we are all struggling now. It's not
the situation of the country. So it's affecting relationships.
And honestly, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have to watch my finances very, very well.
The way you are going with this finance thing, did you study accounting before you went into it?
No, I did not, but I had to start reading up on accounting.
Very, very interesting. But really, Nkechi, you want a guy that won't offer to pick you up for a date? Do you really want a guy like that?
No. I don't want a guy like that.
You want a guy that
I want a guy that will pick me up.
But you said you are not high maintenance.
You will use your car. That's why I said there are some
What's if I
things
don't have
that
a
you
car?
can.
I'm just saying.
There are other ways that you can make up for it.
Okay.
But candidly, we are seeing now that there's a place of balance. For someone who said, I'm not high maintenance, but when it comes to going on a date, you have to come with a car or, and all that. This is becoming very interesting. but let's put that aside now. If you said something about, you rated yourself high with the fact that you love to look good. So, how long does it take you to prepare for a date?
A couple of days, actually, because I would need to think of where am I going, where are we meeting up, what do I wear, how do I want to be perceived when he sees me, and all of that. And maybe on the day, maybe an hour.
Samuel, let me come to you. Just based on what Ivy just said, do you think sometimes a lady may be over the top in her physical appearance, heavy dressing or whatever? Is that a turn off, or is just something that you can cope with? Thinking about the kind of person you would love to hang out with.
For me, I strongly believe in simplicity. And if it's over the top, then I think it's a problem. But I think there should be a middle ground. Don't appear like as if you're just waking up. But neither should you appear like as if you're the bride. There should be a middle ground.
Okay.
All right. So, but really, Ivy, you talked about the issue of how do I want to be perceived. So, can you speak to that a little bit more?
Okay, so there's a popular saying, dress the way you want to be addressed. I believe strongly that if you're meeting someone for the first time, you're going to leave an impression. And that impression matters a lot on whether you're going to go on a second date or if it ends that day. So for me, if I'm going on a date with a guy, I've never spoken, maybe we've spoken on the phone, I've never really met him, I want to let him understand who I am from the get-go, so you're not surprised later on. So the issue of high maintenance should not come up later on. If from the first date, the way I looked to you, I looked high maintenance. At that point, you as the gentleman should be able to say, I'm not sure I can handle this, let me just take a step back.
That's interesting. But, it's not like you're really going out to be high maintenance, but you just want to put all the cards on the table.
Yes.
Right? So this
and
is
if I am high maintenance, it will show with how I dress at that time. This thing about, especially the money side of this high maintenance thing. A guy once told me that, if a lady is carrying a Gucci bag, that is already high maintenance.
No, not necessarily.
But what most guys don't actually know is that the bag may not even be out.
Exactly. It should have been a gift.
But you can't know on the first
speaking
date.
to that, Ivy,
Yes, sir.
Is it okay to now carry a bag that is not your own?
Okay, so I think it all comes back to the person. So, for example, I have a Louis Vuitton bag that I got as a gift. I can never afford that bag. And I've not carried that bag, and I'm waiting to carry it when I'm married. Simply for one reason. I do not want to go on a date and make the guy feel if I have to get her a gift, it has to be a Chanel bag. Not because I would not like to carry my bag, but I need him to understand.
I think that's a lot of wisdom there. A lot of wisdom. All right. I need to take a break right now. When we come back, we'll be looking at a clip from a movie. Don't go away. Please stay with me.
Okay. We might need to do a little reevaluating here.
Yeah.
Hey there, pretty lady.
Ew. But what are you hitting on me?
I was just...
Yeah. Okay. let me put a stop to that little brain fart right now. Girls with asses like mine do not talk to boys with faces like yours.
Welcome back. That was a clip from the movie She's the Man. From that short clip, we can see that generally in life, the saying that we're all the same in the eyes of God really doesn't look like it counts when guys and ladies, especially singles, come together. Some people may be categorized as 5, while others 10. Guys, can we speak to that a bit? Are we the same in the eyes of God? And also in the eyes of man? Are there really categories? Ivie?
I would say yes, that there are categories in the eyes of man. So we have people on different levels. It can be emotionally, financially, mentally, physically, but we are all on different levels, for sure.
Interesting. Different levels.
Yes.
Samuel, Ivie say there are levels. And as we're here right now, I'm already getting jittery. Like, maybe there are levels even in this room. What do you say to that?
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, yes, there are levels. Like you said, there are levels financially, there are levels physically, you know. And, I mean, there would always be levels, there would always be classes, you know. And that's the way life is just set up.
So, can we cross levels as we try to date people?
Absolutely. I don't think there's a problem in that, you know. I mean, like Obama once said, you say you marry to better your gene pool. So, you know, yeah.
Tolu, you're smiling about it. Have you crossed levels before?
Yes, many times.
Many times. So tell us about
We
it.
need to
Tell
be
us about it.
aspirational.
You need to be aspirational.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about your aspirations.
Okay, I think a few years ago I was trying to cross levels. I was trying to cross levels with a lady, you know, I'll give her a 10, you know. Then I was still like, let's say 6. I was still in that range.
So a 6 trying to cross with a 10.
I was trying to go up now.
Okay.
So I was trying to get there. Exactly.
But really, the categorization, was it demographic in terms of finance or what? Or is it educational? The specific one you're talking about?
No, I think for me then, it was more of a self-esteem issue. I think for me.
Okay.
Because not that I was the richest guy, but I had money in my pocket. And I mean, I'm good looking, let's be honest.
I like that.
Then it was just a matter of self-esteem, you know.
Talking about aspiration, ladies, how do you think guys should step? Should they mind themselves? As in, you know, sometimes you say, guy, respect yourself. Nkechi, what do you think?
Well, like if you said there are levels, so let's say a guy that hasn't completed his education comes up to me, I wouldn't date him. I like an educated man.
So you value education?
Yes, I value education. Very well. Because there'll be issues. I know that there are still some uneducated guys that still speak well, they are very eloquent and everything, but honestly, I can't take him home.
So the guy should be able to speak well,
yes,
even if he's not so educated.
Yes.
Now, what do you say to a situation where maybe you earn 3 times the salary of the guy?
I will struggle, honestly. Simply because, due to the kind of salary that I have, I probably have a certain lifestyle already. I'm used to doing certain things, going to certain places, and then because I want to be in a relationship with this guy, I need to calm down. I'm not so sure that I'll be comfortable with that. For me, he probably already knows the kind of person that I am. He knows what I earn. He knows the kind of environment that I flow in. So for me, he would first get to that level, and then you can approach me. Don't come and then say, okay, can you calm down so that both of us can climb up again? No.
But when you talk about getting to that level, are you talking just aspirational, or are you talking real, you must be earning my type of salary?
Okay, so for me, it's called potential. Mm-hmm. So you may be earning way less than I am, but I can see that you're working hard to be able to get to a certain level. I must be able to see it, not talk. See it, action. things that I can hold and say, yes, I trust that you're going to get to this level.
Interesting. So you're saying something like the guy should look for multiple
streams of income, exactly.
You know, aspire to do this.
It may not be yielding anything, but I should at least see that you are working towards something.
That's interesting. But Samuel, let me come to you. Would you date a lady that, you know, maybe drives the kind of car that you're aspiring to buy in 5 years' time, based on what you're hearing right now, and the kind of car that maybe the boss of your boss is driving?
I think I would. It's not. It should. I mean, a vehicle shouldn't be an issue because there are various things that you could be better than her. I mean, she could be higher class than you financially. But I mean, there are a lot of other things you can bring to the table. So I think money is not the only thing you use to class a relationship. So I mean, she may be 8 on the money scale, and you may be a 5. And then on another scale, you may be 8 and she may be a 2. So I think eventually there will always be a fair balance.
True word.
Okay, so what you're saying really is that I don't mind that she's driving a bigger car. It will help me aspire, and much more than that, there are other areas. So I may not be driving a big car, but maybe I'm helping her intellectually, or I'm helping her emotionally, and so we balance it out here and there.
Exactly.
and all that. I think this conversation is going really well in the sense that I can see, I mean, for instance, if you're talking about how a guy has to be motivated to want to do something differently, to want to aspire to come higher. So the kind of 10 that you guys have are the good kind of 10, the kind of 10 that will not look down on the 5 and the 3. When we come back, we will be looking at this from a totally different perspective. So I want you to stay with me. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.